And the Clipper fans right now giving a standing ovation as Tyronn Lue is emptying his bench. The Clippers season is going to come to an end tonight. One that made franchise and NBA history, their first conference final appearance ever in its 51-year history. First team in NBA history to overcome a pair of 0-2 deficits in the same playoff year. Some unforgettable playoff performances. Paul George's performance in Game 5 of the conference final, that Game 6 clincher against Utah when they were down 22 at halftime, one of the great comebacks in playoff history. But it will end tonight in Game 6.
Hey man, keep our heads up, man. I love you, man. I go to war with you guys anytime. Keep our head up. We can learn from this, keep building, keep taking steps every year, man. But I love y'all, man. Let's bring it in. Come on, man. Come on, come on.
Man, real family, gang. Hell of a job, though. 1, 2, 3, family.
So my family.
The Clippers, through 4 games of this series, had outscored Phoenix 403-400, which is unheard of when you think about a team being down 3-1 and actually outscoring its opponent. In Game 1, it was the dueling stars that we expected in this series. Paul George on one side came out firing. He was in a rhythm. And on the other side, Devin Booker, what he did in Game 1 was next level stuff.
Three-pointer, it's good! Devin Booker on fire! He's got 40 points!
Overall, the Suns were just more well-rested, and it showed down the stretch with their execution in the final minute.
Boy, the Clippers showing a lot of heart. They come in here and just battle right to the final buzzer, but come up short.
There's nothing to panic over right now. We'll figure out what we need to do better. All they did was win 1 game.
Game 2, Tyronn Lue, we call him the chiropractor because he makes so many adjustments. His new starting lineup with Patrick Beverley, Ivica Zubac, they came in, set the tone defensively, Zoo protecting the rim, Patrick Beverley just hounding Devin Booker.
His energy, his effort, disruptiveness on the defensive end against Booker has been outstanding.
They were keeping pace. It was this back and forth battle. It really felt like this heavyweight fight.
George, jumper, got it! Paul George drills another. Back-to-back huge buckets.
And so, of course, as history would have it, Phoenix would get the basketball with .9 remaining, and then the Valley-oop.
Crowder looking, throws it alley-oop. Oh! Ayton puts it down! He puts it down! It's over! Suns win Game 2!
I don't think you like to start 2 games in a hole, but we've been in the trenches before. We'll respond well. We always do.
It's not like we've been getting blown out. It's not like we've been outmatched.
They showing, hit the wrong guy, twin, way to put it back on the floor again. This is how we gotta play. All right, keep attacking, keep making the extra pass.
Great thing with T. Lue, he didn't panic. He just continued to just give us confidence that what we're doing is working. You know, he's just great at just staying calm and collected.
George drives, goes inside for the slam!
Biggest way that you could describe this team is resilient. No matter the situation, they're going to bounce back up.
Got it! Reggie Jackson with a gorgeous move.
They never die. They never quit. And there's always that final push when you need it.
Zubac, with authority. A 21-3 run. Man's got 10 points here in the period. Clippers right now in complete control. Paul George gets it off in time. Oh, he banks it in! It's good! Paul George at the buzzer! But another Game 3 win for the Clippers. And they are right back in the series.
Our guys just keep grinding, keep fighting. You know, we know our backs is against the wall, but we never give in.
Well, 2 defenses digging deep here in Game 4.
This team is resilient. We always believe, never give in, we never say die. I love our approach. I love the way we come out, we continue to fight, we continue to try to find ways to get it done.
These Clippers, all playoffs, they have stretches, they have sometimes games where it looks ugly, but they never quit, keep battling back. The Clippers once again fought back, fought hard, but came up short. The Phoenix Suns win Game 4.
Today was the first day that we actually had a chance to get extra shots up. You know, the schedule Every other day is definitely tough mentally and physically. It's hard to like be able to even find your spots, and today was one of the first days we was actually able to do that.
Tonight, the Clippers are trying to stave off elimination once again. The Phoenix Suns lead this best-of-7 Western Conference Finals 3-1, so the Clippers are in that must-win situation. This team doesn't know any other way but to go out there and fight, and they will do so tonight.
This will be the 18th game the Clippers have played in 37 nights.
A tall task ahead without Kawhi Leonard, without Ivica Zubac, and without Serge Ibaka. The Clippers short-handed.
Come on, don't talk about it. Get back home. Get back home. 1, 2, 3, win.
You've got to expect that PG-13 is going to have a similar performance to what we saw in Game 5 in Utah. And we'll see if he's got anything left in the tank, as he has played head and shoulders the most minutes in the postseason.
We come together even more so in these moments, and so we're going to give it everything we got.
2 crushing losses in this Western Conference Final, dealing with the loss of their best player. What do they have left? We're going to find out tonight.
Beverly down the right alley, and he just bullies his way to the basket with a right-handed finish. Baseline drive on Booker, corkscrews it up, and it rolls through for Terrence Mann.
Patrick Beverly steals the ball. Beverly to Jackson. Jackson goes hard and throws it down.
Bridges had it knocked away, and a steal for Mann. Here it comes right to left. Mann, a bounce pass down the left alley. Up and under move. George puts it in, plus the foul.
A near-perfect start for the Clippers in the first 3 minutes. And an offensive foul is going to be called. Marcus Morris, what an impact he's had here in the first quarter. He draws a charge on DeAndre Ayton.
Marcus Morris set the tone early, knocking down 3 balls, knocking down mid-range shots, attacking Devin Booker early in that first quarter. It just allowed everybody else to play more freely.
One to shoot, put it up with the left hand off the window and put it in at the horn. Reggie Jackson.
I think their defense feed their offense. I love how they are fighting.
George having a tough time handling Cousins' size. DeMarcus Cousins, big impact, 10 points already.
Boogie, wait, boy.
We okay with backs against the wall. I think that's when we all come out and show our best.
The Clippers are being about it right now. The way they are attacking, the way they're playing with pace, defending, scoring in transition, this is an outstanding start for the Clippers.
Great first half for the Clippers. They're up by 7.
It's our pace. It's our pace. Keep setting it and rolling.
Hey, listen, hey, good half, all right, overall. Defensively was good. And just keep moving the basketball. We're sharing the ball. We're getting good shots, all right? And if we don't like it, put it back down again. Next guy, come set, slip out and roll, and now we got room to attack. All right, come on, man. Come on, man.
First 3 minutes. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
Marcus Morris set it early. Reggie Jackson chipped in. DeMarcus Cousins had a great boost offensively, but when it came down to winning time, you trust your superstar.
George squeezes inside, gets it off the glass. That's a gorgeous move from Paul George.
Down the left alley, George, long strides, put it up, put it in, counted, and a foul with a right-handed floater.
Paul George makes his move behind the back, pulls up jumper, it's good. Paul George exploding here in the 3rd period.
And when your best player will sacrifice his body, it's absolutely inspiring.
He has been playing his heart out in this series.
George right wing against Paul. Step back, right wing 3 on the way. Book it for Paul George.
31 for the game, 20 here in the 3rd.
And he has given the Clippers a 91-78 lead as we go to the 4th.
Well, that's what great players do. Our team needed it. And every time they made a run, we responded.
Booker pulls up, jumper, it's good! Paul, crossover, got it! 5-point game. We have seen this from the Clippers all postseason. Every series has been a grind. Every series is forced to come back.
Win the quarter, win the game. Win the quarter, win the game. Take points.
The energy, the mood was that we wasn't going to back down. We wasn't just going to throw in the towel.
George drives past Craig, goes inside, lays it up and in.
Lob it to Batum, extra pass Jackson, tees up the left wing 3, in and out and back in again. Reggie Jackson, money from the outside.
Reggie, man, he's just being so free and just, he loves these type of moments, to be able to play on a big stage. Backs are against the wall, and he performs every single time.
Jackson, long 3, puts it in. Reggie Jackson, back-to-back 3s here in the 4th.
Down the right body of Booker, puts it up off the window and in. PG-13 with 35.
Cam Johnson throws it up to 8. Poked away by George. Here comes Jackson. Gets past Booker. Jackson throws it down.
Go home. We'll play a game, right?
Straight away with 15 to shoot. George dancing on Bridges. Straight away jumper from 20. It's good. Paul George ties his playoff career high with 39.
Paul George has quieted this building here in Phoenix. First 40-point playoff game of his career.
That's one of the most special players to ever lace his shoes up, and he's unguardable.
Well, they needed a spectacular performance from Paul George to win and force a Game 6. They have received it.
You know, there's always a lot of chatter about how he plays and the things he do, but no one really watches the day-to-day work that he puts in, you know, and, you know, the kind of teammate he is, the kind of player he is. You know, you got to give credit when it's due. And, you know, I'm happy that this guy's stepping up, and I'm happy that he has the opportunity to be able to lead the team.
Get back home, man. Get back home.
And the Clippers have done it again. Every time this team has been counted out, they have shown that they are tougher than imaginable. On the back of a masterful performance from Paul George with 41 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 assists to go with 3 steals. And the Clippers, once again, facing elimination, get the job done on the road. This team does not quit.
Get home. Get home. Get home. Get home. Get home, boys. Get home, boys. Get home. Let's get home. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one, y'all. Hell of a win, fellas. Family. Yes, sir.
Well, we're back here at the Staples Center because for the 3rd time in these 2021 playoffs, the LA Clippers would not let their season come to an end. Monday night's win, the latest victory when facing elimination. So they get a shot at Game 6 on their home floor.
I'm proud of our guys. You know, been through a lot this season, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of injuries, but our guys just stayed the course.
Keep driving and attacking. Keep the straight line driving. All right, they're
No matter who's playing, we still feel like every night we have a chance to win. You know, all season long, all playoffs long, different guys have stepped up and been huge for us. We just keep scrapping and keep competing. That's the makeup of a good team, good, tough, gritty team, and that's what we are.
George looks, drives, double team, kicks it out. Morris for 3. That's good as the shot clock expires.
I thought this team squeezed everything we could out of what we had. We squeezed everything out of one another, and you know, we just had each other's backs.
You know, if you lay it out on the line and leave it all on the floor, and you can live with the results. And I just think our team, we ran out of gas.
This magical season is slowly starting to slip away. Not the ending the Clippers were hoping for, as they will fall just short in their first ever conference final appearance.
Very proud of my guys, what we had to overcome throughout the year. We had injuries throughout the season. You know, we found a way to fight through it. We found a way to keep going, keep playing. You know, we just had each other's backs. One of the greatest locker rooms I've been a part of.
I just think leaving the bubble, leaving that behind, you know, coming into this season adapting, you know, no excuses, next man up mentality, team mentality. And I think those guys got through a lot of tough times this season just because of that.
Most important, let's play for each other, man. Yeah. We're all brothers. Let's play together.
We all we got. It's been the most challenging year, the most fun year. Ups and downs, guys being injured. It's been an extremely special year under these extreme difficult circumstances that everybody's been under with the pandemic, with COVID. It sucks that we didn't win it, but yeah, I ride with those guys. Those guys roll with me all year, and I ride with those guys.
Hey, this is a great team to do, man. We come back and respond. We continue to build on this, man. No steps back.
Being down 0-2 against Dallas, you know, fighting back and competing to win that series.
Finds to shoot for Kawhi for 3. He has done it again! 45 for Kawhi!
Being down 0-2 against Utah, you know, doing the same thing.
Terrence Mann for 3.
This is what basketball is all about. It's 10 guys competing on the court with 20,000 people cheering. That's why we play this game too.
Our team shows a lot of character. You know, when we're down, we can easily give up and give in, but Don't point fingers. We stay together. And when I think back to this season, I think back to the playoff run we had. And even though we didn't complete what we wanted to complete, I thought we did a great job of just doing something special, doing something this franchise has never done before. I love those guys. I go to war with them anytime. Let's keep building, man. Find ways to win.
Locked in. Let's roll.
Family.
We built a great relationship, we built a great bond, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. We know what we're capable of doing. We continue to go forward and keep building.
Being with this group, just a bunch of personalities coming together, getting to know each other, having one goal, locking in, focusing on each and every day, and striving to be great. So that's been fun to be around a group of guys that you look each and every day. The person beside you, to your right, to your left, the guy across from you. You know that they want to be the best they can be, not only for themselves, but for the team. This city, this organization, this fan base they're special.
Thank you to the fans. I mean, they were unbelievable throughout this whole journey. And for those fans to show the players the love and support they showed them at the end, even though we lost the game, that just says a lot about our fan base, what our team meant to this city, and hopefully we can build off this going into next season.